I'm joined now by Lauren Matthias, a journalist and friend of the show who's been following every day of this trial for her podcast and her YouTube channel, Hidden True Crime. Lauren, this was a really, really tough day. Seeing all that garbage just brought up in court. It was standard garbage, and knowing that a little 15-month-old girl was stuffed alive into that trash can. Do we know what the reaction in court from everybody, from jurors to spectators in the gallery to the defendant herself?
Yeah, well, I mean, at one point, Ashleigh, they actually had to take a recess because one of the jurors was feeling physically sick because they were smelling human decomposition from these items that were brought into the courtroom. So they weren't just seeing them like we are right now. They were smelling them. They were picturing them. And again, a little baby girl. It was a really difficult day today for the jurors in the courtroom.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing, emotions take a hold of people and their gut is twisted and they rely on that gut for a verdict. So this can be extremely damning to Megan's case. I want to show something. The jury was watching some police interrogation videos of Megan as well. And this one is from February 2020. This is there were lots of them, right? Changing stories all over the place. But this particular one was before she confessed to knowing that the baby was dead. She's still playing dumb, though. And here she is in another total Casey Anthony similarity. She's throwing her mother under the bus. Let's listen.
Evelyn was in that trailer the first week of December.
Yes.
What happens next?
Okay. Mom got mad at me and she left. And she took Evelyn with her.
With your permission?
No.
Okay. When was this? Same day?
No, a couple days after. She stayed with me for maybe like 3 or 4 days.
So what day are we talking about? The 10th, 11th, 12th December, something like that?
So, Lauren, it was only a couple days later that she would actually admit to knowing that Evelyn was dead, and she would suggest newly that either she or her boyfriend had rolled over and accidentally smothered Evelyn in bed. The theories are really hard. I mean, listen, this is a 15-month-old girl. Anybody who's ever had a child before, I get it with a newborn, but a 15-month-old is a big child with some strength. It just doesn't seem plausible.
It doesn't seem plausible, and I don't think that investigators think it's plausible or the state thinks it's plausible, and that's exactly what they said in court. Really, it's far too old. Even, far too old. Many testimonies have stated how she's too old. This isn't a baby being suffocated. And also, the one thing that was brought up in court today, Ashleigh, was the fact that she was given the opportunity at one point to say, hey, as investigators thought that maybe baby Evelyn wasn't alive because of all of her lies and all of the conflicting information, they said, do you think it could have been an accident? Could she have had a breathing issue? And at that moment, before this other story you just mentioned, she said, no, not at all. I don't know where my baby is. And so, as you've pointed out, the lies and the conflicting information just keeps rolling like a snowball over and over and over again.
Let me ask you this. It's so bizarre how similar the case is to Casey Anthony's, but can you tell at this early stage of the trial what's different? What are they doing differently? Because Lauren Matthias, these prosecutors know what happened in Casey Anthony's trial in Florida over a decade ago. They know how badly it went for those prosecutors. What are they doing differently so that they don't have that same result, an acquittal?
This is what I think they're doing differently. And, you know Casey Anthony better than anything. And as you pointed out, this is screaming Casey Anthony 2.0. But what I'm seeing differently is they are really emphasizing the other quote unquote suspects. They're not suspects. They've been ruled out. But anyone that the jury might think is still a suspect, right? I think they really got to rule out the parents, the alleged boyfriend, the alleged baby daddy that we now know isn't the baby daddy because now we know that it was never the father of Evelyn, and we don't know who that father is yet. But all of these people that maybe the jurors might speculate about because we don't know what happened because of all these lies, could they possibly be responsible? And I think they really are trying to pinpoint the fact that one person is responsible here, and that one person is the mother that is on trial. And I think that that's what I really see them focusing on, is sort of saying it cannot be these other people. Look at the woman on trial.
Thanks for watching.
Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.